Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better Show with your hosts Lee Silber and Ellen Goodwin.
Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better Show. I'm your host, Ellen Goodwin, along with no one. So Lee's still out of town, so you got me today. And since it's August and time is starting to run till back to school time, I thought we'd talk a little bit today about some ways that you can make back to school time better for your kids. Now, I actually got some information, some listeners, I asked them about, hey, what do you do to keep the kids on track once they're, back in school? How do you make sure that homework gets done, that mornings aren't crazy? What can you do? So, first off, I've got 3 different tools you can use. And the first is a whiteboard. Having a whiteboard either in your kid's room or the living room, on the refrigerator, where you can keep track of what needs to happen that week, what appointments they have, what sports they've got. So it's all up there. They can see it. They're in charge of tracking it. One of our listeners has a daughter who keeps a whiteboard in her room, and she has her goals written on it, and she can track how she's doing because she's got that there. So a simple whiteboard, easy thing to get, put on to the wall. Another listener uses the whiteboard to put chores on so the kids know what the chores are and then they can negotiate with each other. Hey, I don't want to do that. I'll trade you. The second thing is surprise, a timer. So I actually have one with me today because I always make so much fun of having them. But there it is, a good old-fashioned kitchen timer. Now, what can you use a timer for? My gosh, what can't you use a timer for? Timers are great to tell the kids, hey, 15 minutes, clean your room. Now, kids don't get this a lot of the time, but 15 minutes is a long time. You can get a lot of room clean. As long as that ticker's going, you're supposed to keep working. You can use it to time homework. Work on your homework for as long as it's ticking. Timers work great for all sorts of things. And as you've heard me talk about before. Now, this next item is kind of a weird one, but it's really actually a great one, a pair of dice. Now, what can you do with the dice? You take the chores, the tasks, the things that the kids need to do, write them on a list, number them, then roll the dice. That's when whatever number comes up, that's what they have to do. And set a time frame for it. Maybe that they have to do that for 20 minutes. Now, the key to this is always put in something fun. You think about, let's say you go to Vegas and you spin a wheel. There's always something fun on there, right? So why not make it the same thing for the kids? You've got something fun. Okay, you've got to do these homework things or these chores, but there's also one in there that's 20 minutes of video games. So there's a chance they might get something great when they roll the dice. You can also do this with just slips of paper. If you don't want to do dice, just write the tasks out, put them on a piece of paper, slips of paper, cut the slips of paper, put them on the table. You have to just grab one, put them in a bowl. So those are 3 tools. The whiteboard, you can use timers or dice. Now, another tool that works really well for getting kids out the door, making sure mornings aren't so crazy, after school's not so bad, is to love yourself, your future self. So you want the kids to love their future self, which means that they are going to do things the night before. And I know sometimes that sounds impossible, but if you can do it more often than not, mornings are going to be easier. Evenings are going to be better, more efficient. So when the kids do their homework, after the homework's done, it goes straight into their backpack. Lunches get made the night before, or you get food that they can easily pack for themselves. You get their clothes laid out. Even maybe sometimes have the kids try the clothes on. One of our listeners told us that his son always in the morning, even if he's laid the clothes out, he'll be like, I don't think I want to wear these. I don't think they fit. I don't feel good in them. So they make him try the clothes on the night before to make sure that there's not a morning issue, that he can just there's the timer, that he can get going. So do the things that your future self is going to appreciate. Now, something else you can do is you can ask questions and have checklists. Ask your kids, do you feel that you have everything for your day? What might you be missing? So get them to answer these questions before you head out the door. One less call home saying, I forgot this. So figure out, ask questions. And now for some kids, transitions are tough. Going from one thing they were doing to another, going from home to actually going to school. So actually talking to them. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. In 5 minutes, we're going to be leaving. In 4 minutes, we're going to be leaving. Prepare them for what the transition is going to be. Now, obviously, all of these are not going to work every day, but there's some ideas that you can use to make back to school a little easier. Here's a surprising thing, though. Every single one of these things applies to adults as well. Why not use a whiteboard? Why not throw the dice? Why not use a timer? Ask yourself questions when you're walking out the door. Love your future self. And remember that transitions from where you are to where you've got to go can be tough. So ask yourself questions. Do you have everything you need to do what you need to do? All right. Have a fantastic week, and we'll be back again next week with another episode of the Faster, Easier, Better Show.